What would you do if you opened a drawer and found forgotten treasures? Let's go on this journey together and uncover these sparkling surprises. And please stick around till the end of the video so you don't miss out on any triggers and, of course, tingles. There may be some surprise off-camera tingles along the way also. So, as always, I'm your host, Alexander Stone. So, treasured viewer, please join me for a closer look and listen. Okay, so let's take that closer look and listen. So we have the treasure in this little treasure box. So join me as we have a look inside the box, and then we'll discuss the individual gemstones that I discovered loose in a drawer in my office. So let's have a look at those now. Right, okay, so let's open the box, and there's a little bag in there, and it contains some treasure. There we have it. Now, these have probably come loose when I've received items of jewellery directly from the manufacturer, and they've come to me faulty with loose stones, and generally they never ask for them back. So let's talk about the first one. Now, this one, they're very small, as you can see. Well, this one is quite big, but I'll just pick this one up with some tweezers. I may not be able to do this because they are quite small stones. I thought that would help. The trick with gemstones is to pick them up lightly. If you grip too hard, they just ping. So, like that. Let me try that again. So, where's the camera? There we go. So, there we have the Russian Diopside, also known as chrome diopside, and it has a very striking green. I will zoom in on that when I'm editing the video, but these come from the icy depths of Siberia, and it's known for its very, very rich, vibrant colour, often compared to emeralds, whereas it's nothing like emeralds, in my opinion. The only characteristics they share is the colour, green, but this is a very vibrant green. Emeralds tend to be milky on the Mohs scale, which is not really that durable for a gemstone. It makes them more suitable for earrings and pendants rather than rings. But I do recall, I believe this stone come from a bracelet. It's what's called a tennis bracelet. So there was quite a few of these stones within it, and I can remember a loose one, which is probably this one. But anyway, that's the first one, the Russian Diopside. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to place each one of them in a little bag. Oops. Individually in there. There we go. And just close that in half, like that. And that's the first one. Now what I thought I would do was print some little labels, because I'm gonna let you know what I'm gonna be doing with them at the end of the video, so please stick around. So let me just get my little printer. Thermal printer, that is. And let me edit this label. Right, so let's put in here just Russian Diopside with a capital D, and we'll put in there its pear cut. Done. And we'll just print that. There we go. First one. Might try that again. If I can just edit this again. And then just make that a capital D. And press done on that. Russian dial, that looks better. Try that again. And there we go. Russian Diopside, the label. I will stick that on the... Oops. There we go. So that's the first gemstone. I'm just going to turn that printer off because I believe it's about to run out of battery, which is not good. But moving on, we have this beautiful to see it. But there you go. That's a beautiful pear cut garnet. I'm pretty sure this was from a lovely garnet ring I sold many years ago. But garnets have been used in jewellery for thousands of years, dating back to ancient Egyptians. But they do come in a range of colours. Through deep red variety is the most, tends to be the most common. But it is quite a durable stone at 7.5 on the Mohs scale, which is ideal for everyday wear. But that is a lovely gemstone. I'm just trying to get that in shot. Right, so let's get this one backed up. Such a small stone. There we go. And let's turn our little mini printer on again. Hopefully it switches on. Okay, so we're connected. So it's pear cut again, so let's just put on here red. Garnet, pear cut, and click done on that. Actually, yeah, that's fine. And we'll just print that. There we go. We'll just turn that off again. And there's our little label. Red garnet pear cut. And we'll stick our little label on there. Like a little production line going on. Okay, so moving on to the next gemstone, which is a lovely stone. Now I may not be able to pick this one up because of its shape, but hopefully you can see that. Now this is a cabochon ruby, which I believe was from a piece of jewellery where the gold was actually melted as the item of jewellery had seen better days. So I do purchase scrap metal and then it gets melted down and you can make a small profit on it. But rubies have been shown on my channel a few times, but so anybody who has watched a few of my videos will know that the colour comes from traces of coronium, and these stones are incredibly durable. They score a 9 on the Mohs scale, just below diamonds. So these cabochon rubies typically get cut without facets, and that is purely just to enhance their natural glow, and sometimes even display a star-like effect called an asterism. But I don't think that's going to come across on the camera. But look at that, that's a lovely, it's quite a small stone, quite delicate. But let's get this one backed up as well, and then we'll print a little label. There we go, and we'll just take this little sticky off. And there we have it. Again, we're just gonna go back to my mobile phone. I will print another label off. So right, so we'll just go ruby. And we'll just put the cut in there as well. Just want to check my spelling of cabochon. Right, okay. And we'll just put cut under there. Right, let's turn the printer on first. And we'll just let that connect. And then we can move on to the next stone, which is the final stone, sadly. We'll just leave that on now. I'm sure the battery may last. If it doesn't, I'll do it when we're not recording. Right, okay. So that's Russian Diopside, red garnet, pear cut, and we've got a ruby cabochon cut. And finally, we have, which is our last stone, we have some morganite. Now, let me just, I probably could have used my other gripper for this one. But there we have it, this is more of a substantial stone. But sadly, it's not the best quality morganite. It's quite pale, so again, this, I'm not sure where this come from. This may have come from a sterling silver piece that met a similar fate and was melted as scrap metal. As you can see, that's a very pale morganite. Tends to be I can't describe the pink. It's almost like a peachy pink. It's a beautiful stone, but this is quite pale. But morganite. It's actually a member of the emerald and aquamarine family, and it tends to have a soft blush pink hue due to its traces of manganese. But it is often associated with love and romance, so it's always good to give as an engagement ring. But it is quite high on the Mohs scale as well. It's about an 8. But as you can see, light coloured stones like this one can appear a little washed out, but it has been cut well. It's a nice cut gemstone. So I'm thinking this is probably from a sterling silver piece of jewellery. But let's do the same and put this little, well, gemstone in a bag. And we'll get this one sealed as well. So, I hope you are all doing well, and you've all had a great start to the new year. Okay, so we just need to edit this. So let's go back. So it's morganite. Morganite. And this is a marquise cut. And let's bring our little printer back into shop and watch. It's so fast. I'm sure the label prints before I even hit print. Just power that down now and get that charged up for future videos. Right. So we'll just place that little sticker on there, and we'll get rid of all this nonsense here, and we'll put them all back in our little treasure chest. So ruby, let's do the order we. So Russian Diopside, garnet, morganite, no, cabochon ruby, and there we go. We'll just put that there so it doesn't fall back. But there I'll give you a closer look at that. All them little gemstones in there. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with these now. But first of all, I hope you've enjoyed this slightly different video. Give me a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. I have it on good authority that you'll be notified when I get a new video. But what I'm going to do with these little gemstones is I'm going to take them to a local charity that is very, very close to me, and I'm going to hand them over, and I'm sure they'll be able to get a couple of pounds, or I don't know what they would get for them really, but I'm going to certify them that they are genuine, and I'm sure there's somebody who'll purchase them, and the charity can make a little bit of money. So as always, I've been your host, Alexander Stone. So until the next time I see you, stay sparkling.